All right, you some bit foul monkey nuts. We got Friday Bitcoin. We're gonna start off on the fucking yearly chart, and we're gonna take a look see here. This is a big hit at last week at the Halloween party around here, and I've refused to break character, and we're gonna stick to it. So let's get right on it. Uh, the 12-month chart. Look at the pattern here, y'all. Now, all patterns will eventually fail, okay? But let's take a look see. Let me hold this cigarette right here. We got 4 years up, then a red. Then 3 years up. Look at that there, another red. 3 years up, red. And looky here. We're in year 3. We still got 2 months left, though. Are we going to get the 4 again? Or are we going to continue with the 3? We don't know. So, yearly candle, let's zoom in here. We have what is called, I've been told, a doji candle. Doji. Not to be confused with the goddamn dog coin. My cousin lost a shit ton of money on that. But doji coin. Yeah, I can't do it. I can't even see out of these fucking things. We'll get back to it. Holy shit. I even got the tank top on and everything. Okay, let me finish and then we'll maybe get back to it at the end of it. So annual candle is still relatively undecided here. We've spent half the year doing not much. Now, any time prior, right, we've seen pretty much a liftoff in all previous cycles, even the 4-year one, right? Not much here, even though like the ROI has been okay, right? 10x, almost. We've had no excitement. We didn't have a year of really pure excitement. 120%, 150%, right? That's like half of the best year we had before that, or the worst year, right? So, and as of this year, we're up 16%. Who cares, right? So I think we still have at least 2 months left of potential upside, or maybe we have another year left, like our initial one, right? We're on the BLX here, or it's something different altogether, right? But just wanted to show you that. Start off with kind of where we are on the biggest chart that we follow. Let's flip over to Bitcoin. And now we can look at the 3-month chart. We'll get Cletus back up here soon. But yeah, I wore that to our Halloween party we had last week. And there's people coming up to my wife and asking if that was my real voice. Because they hadn't met me. And I didn't break character all night. It's pretty funny. So now I refuse to, like, when I put that on, like, I'm him. So that's pretty funny. I'll wear that for Halloween trick-or-treating tonight. Embarrass my kids. That'll be pretty fun. I wear like my wife's like cut off jeans, like the Daisy Dukes, and tucked in tank top. Pretty funny. And then I wore like Cousin Eddie kind of flip-flops and American flag water shoes. Real bad. I don't know why I have all that stuff. But here we are. So the 3-month chart, now the more indecisiveness, right? Red, we haven't looked at these. So if you're wondering, like, why the hell are we doing this? Well, we still have 2 months left in the year and 2 months left in the 3-month chart, right? So looking back at this, even though this looks pretty great, like the obvious uptrend here, we can see we had 2 up, red, 2 up, red, 2 up, red, 2 up, red. Do we have another 2 up? Do we possibly have another 8 months left? I don't know. But it's been pretty ebb and flow, right? Just thought that was pretty interesting. But we haven't seen any kind of, parabolic move. So this is why I think this can really, as long as we're not breaking structure, we could continue this. And this could just kind of rewrite the history of Bitcoin forever. And we no longer follow the cycle theory. We no longer follow anything theory, right? We're just new. We're just treading our own path, and this is the new one. And then imagine next cycle. Like, who knows what to do then, right? But as calm and as methodical as this move has been, the entire cycle, there's zero reason to doubt that we can't continue this, at least for another 2 candles, right? Right. Okay, just based on the charts, nothing else, right? We have nothing like that, right? We're looking for warnings like that. Now, hell yeah, if we were to close at, obviously 88K, hello, right? But we don't have that. I mean, we're just up here doing nothing. Literally, that's the past 2 candles, where I guess we're assuming that if we close here, which we're obviously not going to in 2 months, like who knows how much higher it would be. But imagine we did. Imagine how boring the rest of the year would be. I doubt it. Also, like if we don't move, just a side note, if we don't move and have a move sometime between now and the end of the year, then I think it's less likely to happen. So I think if we're going to get the move, I think your patience over the next 30 to 60 days will at least tell us if we're going to get it, or more likely to get it than not, right? Nothing's 100%. We don't know. But I would think in the next 30, maybe even by December 1st, we should at least have an idea if we're going to pick up excitement or not. If we're still at 110 or less, obviously, come December 1st, 30 days from now, then I think we have less of a chance of actually doing it. But looking at the pattern, we could do just that, right? 2 strong, big move, two candles up, and then nothing. 2 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 candles up, and then over. Maybe. Who knows? Like I said, like we could literally be in uncharted territory and write the book on the new Bitcoin now. All right, so let's move on to the monthly close. We don't have 2 months quite left in this one. We have 8 hours. And if you haven't caught the theme, a doji candle. On the yearly chart, on the 3-month chart, on the monthly chart, all indecision. Not bearish, not bullish. It's just usually not bullish seems bearish, right? That's the way crypto goes. If it's not going up, it's stupid, right? At least that's what Cletus says. But hey, let's not get too down on ourselves. At least we're not on the verge of closing at 102 in 8 hours. Holy hell! Imagine the worry there. We'd have a whole lot of cans to potentially open at that, but we don't. We're at 110, and the likelihood of us going down there is obviously very remote in the next 8 hours. I would say we're going to close very close to this, in which case, previous range highs, new range lows, building 4 months of consolidation before the likelihood based on this, if you don't even know what this chart is, and you just show this to someone that's good at reading charts, the odds are higher. Plain and simple. Absolutely. Consolidation into the EMA 8. Even looking at this right here, if you showed this to a chart, you'd be like, well, you just got to hold that and you're going to go higher. Okay, hold the EMA 8 and you're going to go higher. Hold the EMA 8 and you're likely to go higher, especially after this. This is calm, right? Look at that. We didn't get any kind of super volatility to the downside. Although I feel like people are so panicked here, almost more so than back in these areas. It's just because of the length and the timing, and everyone was expecting October and to be at 130, 150K by now, right? I think that's more or less the reason why. If you had to kind of sum it up, but like I said, timing, like I always say, like timing is almost impossible, but the path hasn't changed. It's just a little bit less of more of a boring path, right? But if we still finish at 140, 150 or higher, then in hindsight, it's like, whatever, right? We would like to have it happen sooner, and maybe we could still do it, right? As we looked at yesterday in our charts, like any given 3-week span of time, Bitcoin can just decide to nuke to 140, 150. We still have a legit chance to still be 140 to 150 by Christmas. We looked at that scenario yesterday, right? So you can watch that back if you missed that. And you're like, that doesn't seem possible. Okay, so just like hold your horses here. We're at 110. We're not at 90, right? All right. I always say, like in regular life too, like when you're down, when you're feeling down or sad, like you always have to think back into things you appreciate, right? Be grateful for the things you have when it's maybe not going your way. Same with Bitcoin. Like, yeah, we wish it was at 150 right now, but hell, it's not at 90, right? Like, look at where we're at here on the weekly. This is structurally still perfect. I know it doesn't seem like that, and that, like, you hear me say that, and it's like, no, perfect would be at 150, sir. But looking at this, how can you argue? Again, so show this to anybody that studied charts. This is a position of strength. Boring strength, but still, sleeper build strong. That's where we're at. Again, if we fall under here, all right, we have some talking to do with Bitcoin. But until then, he can play games all he wants as long as he's going to finish the damn cycle. And by all means, it still looks more than plausible. It looks absolutely like it's setting up for that. A little bit longer, a little bit more boring. Hindsight, we don't care. As long as it does it, get it done, get the job done, and you can do it any way you want, right? That's my perspective, right? If you're going to finish at 150-ish, 140, fine. If you want to take another 6 months to get there, okay. Just tell me you're getting there, right? I wish we could just know that. Like maybe you do it. Maybe you do the whole damn move in March. Okay, can you just tell us that? Then we can be calm until then, right? All right, that's where we are structurally. Gaussian channel, let's check the weekly Gaussian. Still well below us, right? This is where you can start to panic. If we get inside the Gaussian, if we start to close in here, but I cannot make this more clear until we get two consecutive closes under 100K, the show goes on. That's where structure breaks. It's not the Gaussian channel. It's not necessarily the 50-week. I could care less, really, honestly, even though it's been the 50-week. It's breaking that low. That's really it. That's the structure. That's why people do technical analysis. That's the structure. It's not a moving average, even though that even backs it up even more. This makes it even more significant, right? You have two major things there. We've always held the 50 on the retest, the consolidations, all since 2023. But more importantly, that's where structure breaks or holds, right? We're not even close to it. We're, like I said, we're at 110. We're $10,000 away. After we've already seen a world of hurt here. A lot of people got annihilated here, I'm sure. People that use any kind of leverage have been absolutely ridiculously wrecked over the past 3-4 weeks, right? Right. Long. Okay, I'm going to go short. Comes back. Okay, I'm going to go long. Short again. I mean, just absolute chop fest. And we haven't really moved since before the move. Go back to September. We're at the same damn price. But look at how much it's faked you out. All while maintaining structure, all while maintaining an uptrend. Shake out before the breakout. That's my motto. That's Cletus's motto. He loves that. I'm gonna get a shirt to print on for tonight. Shake out before the breakout, and he'll wear the hat. Okay. Let's look at maybe the shorter time frames, even though it's kind of worthless. Like, I don't really care. I do like that we're maintaining. Here's our kind of our mid structure. Right, here's that low. Look at what else that would do. That would take us under the 300 day moving average, right? The 100 EMA on the 3-day chart. It would take us under the Gaussian channel. It would take out this low. This is significant on the 3-day chart too. So yeah, we don't want to see anything in here. Weekly chart, 3-day chart, no. Now this flag looks to be playing out on the 3-day. So if we do move down here, again, closes, we could very well see a wick, just like last time where it kind of fakes everybody out, puts in a lower low quickly, then recovers. A couple weeks later, where it highs not seen in months, right? Remember this. Let's remember this. Cletus is coming back. Let's see what that looks like. From the highs. I mean, it's pretty similar so far, right? It's kind of a rhyme. It would still within 30 days have us back to range highs if we still follow this. And that still takes us to 98K. We're loosely following this. So maybe it's there, maybe it's here, right? Maybe it's sooner. But still, I mean, that's pretty good rhyme. We could do that. But what we can't do is we can't do this and think we're going to be okay. Right? We can't do that again, right? Any kind of these prices, it's game over. But a rhyme of this still could take us see a wick down in yonder. Doesn't have to. And again, where do we say we're rescued, right? We don't have to live on the island anymore. The chopper is here. A close above 114 or a wick even above 117. Either one. We start to visit this zone. This is our rescue zone. Starts to become. Now, you can see the chopper on the desert island just passes right the hell over you. You're still in trouble. So we don't want to just see this and then go back. We want to close above there or wick above there. That's pretty simple, right? To follow. Gaussian channels right there as well. Right? Following along. Are we seeing all this? Try to make it as abundantly clear as possible. Cletus gets it. If he gets it, you get it, right? All right. I don't know where I got Cletus from. Feel like it's apologies if one of your relatives is Cletus, but it was the most redneck thing I could come up with in Florida. I feel like most people that live in mid-Florida are named Cletus. If they look like that. What's another good one? I like Cletus. The bear flag on the daily. I mean, we're trying to hold the 100. Here's our zone. I really want to be shocked if we take this out to really get some people confident that, you know, the bears are here and then gotcha. Bear trap. Right? Questions on this? Let me know. If you don't feel confident talking to me, maybe you could talk to Cletus. Get him back. Should wear it like up higher so it looks like I'm bald. That'd be even better, right? Like bald up top and then just got these long ass. Cigarette back in there. It's a fake cigarette. Calm down. All right. Well, in Florida, we just watched the Bitcoin, and we watched the Bitcoin and the corn. If you get some Greek grass, just stick on my ear in case you want to chew on that. Look at I'm just holding the end of it, burning my Look, I'm burning my fucking fingers. When rednecks when rednecks drop the F-bomb, I think it's hilarious. Son of a bitch, you fuck. Oh, fuck, I put it in the wrong way, burn my lip. All right. Can't keep it in. All right, I'll see you on the next one. Happy Halloween. I just wear this randomly throughout the 4th of July, Halloween, next Tuesday.